Hi, I'm Claire Birmingham. I'm a professional flutist in Las Vegas, Nevada, and today I want to help you with your beginning flute students. Today we are going to talk about articulation. So this is for a student that has already made their first successful sound on the head joint. If you need help with that, I do have a few videos about very first sounds on the flute that I will link here. And I would urge you to check those out because they're going to cover a lot of the principles that will apply here. But I, on purpose, always do first sounds with no tongue. I make sure that the kids are comfortable with placement and with freely flowing air and with doing all that free from tension and really comfortable, really in balance. So once they're ready and they're doing that consistently, as well as finding that spot on the chin consistently, then we start to add the tongue. So when we do that, I ask them to speak a few words for me. I ask them to say top or dog. And I listen, and what I'm listening for is, does that sound easy? Ta, 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 da, da. I'm listening for a really short syllable that doesn't involve a lot of extra action in the tongue. For example, like dog, top. If those really thick beginnings, then I know we have some other work to do first. But as long as ta, da, as long as those sound comfortable and easy, then we're going to use one of those syllables. The precise syllable that we use sort of doesn't matter. We use a bunch of different syllables in flute playing all the time for different styles, for different sounds, different kinds of attacks. If I want it to be crisp versus more legato, I'm going to use different syllables to help me do that. So for my beginners, I'm just looking for comfortable. If you have a native English speaker, usually a T or D is a good place to start. And for many native speakers of other languages, those are still good syllables. If it sounds like it's a struggle, I have also had success with people thinking of an L, like la, la, la. So you could try that one if the first two are sounding difficult for your student. But as long as it sounds like it's easy to say, then I say great. So I'm going to think of that spot where my tongue would go to say ta, the ta sound in top, just that ta sound. And I'm going to put my tongue there nice and loose, just in the spot, not pushing up against the spot. And then I'm just going to do the puff of air that I did before. And my tongue is going to fall down right in front of it. Here's just the puff. Now with my tongue falling in front of it. So I don't want to change anything about the air from my puff to when I add the tongue in. I want it to be the very same puff of air. And I also really like using the language of my tongue falling down as opposed to being yanked back, because I am not looking to use any more of the muscles of the tongue than I need, just the ones I need, and then I want the rest of it to be really loose and organic. And sometimes I will even shake my hand like this, and I'll say, it's kind of like right now, I'm really just thinking about moving my wrist. My whole arm and hand is moving a little bit, but only related to what I'm doing with my wrist, because my whole arm was really loose. So when my tongue is really loose, I'm really just moving that spot at the front that I need for the T sound. But as it falls down, the rest of it will move as well as a result of what I'm doing at the front. And so I'll have the kids go back and forth. And anytime you start to hear the tonguing start to sound difficult or start to take over the sound, go back to no tongue first, and then have that tongue fall down in front of the puff of air. That will resolve most of the issues, because great articulation, first and foremost, comes down to great freely flowing air. If you're still having trouble, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you.